everyone, this is Heidi, and this week I'm going to talk about my experience with Romanticism and what I've gathered from that. Very personal stuff, I suppose, but I guess this mostly comes because recently I've been thinking about the topic of romance a lot, and I think this partially has to do with the fact that that awful holiday of awfulness is coming up. What in particular has really made me think about this? Well, one thing in particular is that I got an assignment in one of my art classes where using figurines, mannequins, I'm supposed to draw poses with them, skeletal pose thingies, where the figures are enacting love scenes, or things that can be construed as love. And then she proceeded to show us a whole bunch of pictures of very awkward sexual situations. And I was like, sex isn't love. I know this for a fact. It doesn't really equate love to me. But what does equate love to me? And that's where I'm kind of awkward. By the way, I'm using Final Fantasy figures for this because she wanted us to use mannequins in the store, but those ones are naked and I don't want to spend more money. Yay! So if I were to explain how I feel about romance, I identify as a horribly romantic person, and by horribly I mean painfully. I mean it sucks in ways that I don't like, and I don't know. It just makes me annoyed. I would describe romance as an invisible psychic octopus. I've probably said this like other places, but the reason is because here's how the metaphor works. Octopi, they're fairly intelligent creatures. We know this for a fact. They can unlock things and do crazy shit. And romance, the construct of romance and the drive for romance is quite a complicated shmoo. It has intellectual factors in it. It has non-intellectual factors in it. It's instinctual, all this other stuff. Octopi are also very clingy. Once you are stuck in like this weird, euphoric, sort of panicky like for someone, it doesn't let you go. And it feeds you psychic images of horrible things and scenarios that you're just like, get out of my head. And all the time, you know, you can't see it because it's invisible, but you know it's there, and there's this weight on you at all times. Like, I've had some people tell me that, you know, when you're in love, you feel like you're flying, but I've never felt that. I've always felt like I was more grounded and stuck to the earth, and things were like tying me down somewhere. So where am I going with this metaphor? I don't know. But it's, I guess romance is one of those really weird things that when it comes to defining it, we all have to find our own way of describing it, because in this era, there are still a lot of people who think that romance is all about flowers, chocolates, sex. And I might be allergic to some flowers, I buy my own chocolate, and sex is not really my thing. So, I had a point with this, but I don't know where I was going, so I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm out of it in shmoo. So, see you next week, and hopefully next week will be far more awesome than this one, partially because we'll have more people. Woohoo!